If you're on the fence about InboxDone, I would say it's 100% worth the investment. The efficiency that I've gained, and as a result my entire team has gained, is probably a 20 to 30, 50x multiple of what it would cost to not use InboxDone. Before InboxDone, it was a fairly chaotic, where the mornings I would spend an hour and a half to 2 hours going through all the emails that accumulated overnight. The reality is that it's very difficult to allocate that time. Sometimes important emails would slip by and it would create challenges for myself and the team. Some of the emails that would slip through the cracks that were really important were oftentimes customer communications, where a customer may have responded to an email overnight and it would just be buried in dozens and dozens and dozens of emails. It became more painful when they were super time sensitive, and having one or two of those slip through over a month would create a lot of challenges for me. On a daily basis, I would typically put in anywhere from 2 to 4 hours checking the best I could throughout the day in between meetings, and oftentimes I'd be spending a few hours in the evening after the kids were down to bed going through my emails. Transparently, I was skeptical. It sounded really great, almost too good to be true. My experience for the onboarding and getting set up was wonderful. The assistants that were assigned to me were very thorough. They had a level of care that I wasn't anticipating. They really collaborated with me as a partner to optimize my experience and my inbox. So the first 30 to 60 days when I started with InboxDone, it was an onboarding call where InboxDone introduced their agents, and I kind of discussed what my workflow was, how I typically manage the inbox, and then we discussed some of the materials or some of the emails that I would get that were of high importance, that were of low importance, and they started to help me categorize and develop the system that would work specifically for me, which was amazing. And then over the next 30 to 60 days, it was really just gentle iterations of that. At the beginning, it was on almost a daily basis, where they would respond to experiences as they were working through my inbox and pose questions of like, hey Bob, how do we treat an email like this? Which was really, really helpful. We also went over pre-framed responses for emails, which was kind of the next level of awesomeness with InboxDone. My assistants to date have been amazing. Because there's redundancy on my account, most of that kind of getting up to speed process is done internally within InboxDone, which is awesome. So it's not a time suck for me. And honestly, like the interactions that I have with the team, unless I need something specifically, or if there's something new that comes up, is every so often just renewing access to the inbox. So like a 2-factor authentication. It's a really smooth, like surprisingly smooth experience and process. They're working in the background and are not interfering, but really just providing a lot of extra time for me and a little bit more sanity throughout my day. So as far as confidentiality goes, I'm really comfortable with the process that was established, where we sign a confidentiality agreement. It's a mutual confidentiality agreement. It made me a lot more comfortable opening up my inbox to InboxDone and to the agents, especially where we are working on sensitive information, whether it's legal cases or other internal sensitive human resources stuff. So it honestly has never been much of a concern. One of the benefits of hiring North American talent is number one, language barrier for when we do have to communicate. There's never been any sort of an issue. Also cultural. The cultural impacts are oftentimes overlooked when you're making a decision, but it is really important when you're interacting with a lot of folks in this region to have somebody that is culturally sensitive to how business is done, sort of how you interact with colleagues, how you interact with vendors and partners alike. One of the biggest benefits of having the 2-assistant model is redundancy. The inbox team does a really good job curating your experience with the process and with their service, and it's customized. So the experience that I have is different than maybe one of my coworkers that uses InboxDone. Having the redundancy is super helpful, when there is either turnover on accounts or if someone on InboxDone takes leave, we don't experience any downside. The process never really shuts down, and I don't have to rehash all of the plan and the process that we've established to date. So all of the iteration that has happened over time remains and doesn't have to be retrained because you have the redundancy of two agents. As far as my daily practice with my inbox, in the morning, I have a kind of a curated list of the most important things as I've defined for the agents, and they clear out all of the other stuff, categorize it and sort it, and it leaves the highest priority things at the very top of my inbox. So right at the start of the day, I'm able to jump in and get those most important things addressed. And then throughout the day, emails are pouring in, and I don't have to be concerned about what is coming in throughout the day. So I'm less interested or less concerned with being obsessed with the inbox, because at any point in time, I can hop in and see the highest priority things right at the top of the list. And then in addition to that, at the end of the day, the InboxDone team provides a summary list of all of the emails or actions that I need to take that I wasn't able to accomplish throughout the day. So it just removes all of the clutter and lets me focus on customer experience and Solar Guide experience. Our Solar Guides are generating the revenue, they're working with our customers, and then obviously our customers are being serviced by Summit. And so what it allows me to do is focus on those highest priority items. So if there's a glitch in a system or if there's a missed expectation, I'm able to either delegate it out or address it immediately, as opposed to having it sit stale for a day or a day and a half, which was the experience before InboxDone.